Hi, I'm Steven Sashin from InvisibleShoe.com, and this video will show you how to make a foot tracing that you can then send us so that we can custom make your invisible shoe huaraches, or you can use the same tracing to make your own shoes as well. So the first step to make a tracing to have your shoes made by us is obviously take a step. Just place your foot on a piece of paper. Now the idea that you're going for is pretty straightforward. You want to make what would look like the shadow of your foot. So you're not going to try and angle a pen on the inside to get a footprint, but just get around the foot. And it doesn't have to be exact, it just has to be close. So take a pen like a Sharpie, hold it straight up and down, and then just start marking around your foot. It'll wobble and you'll be a little inaccurate in some places. That's totally fine. We'll get to that in a second. Next, you need to make two marks. The first one is the mark that goes between your toes. My recommendation is you try to get this mark in line with the webbing of your toes, but also in line with the edge of the second toe. So rather than in between or closer to the big toe, you want it closer to the second toe. Next, you need ankle marks. Lean your knee forward so your knee is over the ball of your foot, and look for the outside of your ankle bone, and then just right in front of the outside of your ankle bone, make a mark. And then you can make a mark on the outside of your foot in the same way, just in front of the ankle bone, or there's another spot that's more interesting. If you look at the outside of your foot, you can see that there's a little bit of an arch on the outside of your foot too. There's one spot that touches the ground just a little bit less than the spots near it. For me, that's right here. You can see that's about an inch in front of that ankle bone spot. So this is what I'm left with. I've got my inside mark, my outside mark. I'm going to use the one that's from that little arch rather than from the ankle bone, and the toe mark. Now, if you're sending this to us to have us make you a custom pair of shoes, you don't need to do anything else with the tracing, but you do need to make two other marks. The first is the scale mark. If you send this to us via fax or a scanner, the fax or the scanner could change the size of things. So make a line about 4 or 5 inches long, and then make marks at every 1 inch mark. Or if you're somewhere where you do things metric, make marks every centimeter, please. And last but not least, put your name on there. That way we know whose feet we're getting. And then just follow the instructions below for how to fax or scan an email or mail us your foot tracing, and we'll get this to you right away. After you finish tracing one foot, you want to see if your other foot will fit in the same space. So flip it over and place your other foot on the tracing and see if it's basically the same size. It doesn't have to be exact, but a lot of people think their feet are really different sizes, and when they do this they find out, hey, not so much. But if your feet are in fact very different sizes or shapes, then grab another piece of paper and make a brand new tracing of your other foot the same way that you did of your first one.